Bidi Bidi refugee settlement encompassing over 250 square kilometers of the east half of Yumbe district. This camp stretches southward from the South Sudanese border, extending its embrace into Moyo district along the eastern bank of the Kochi River. Bidi Bidi is now a sanctuary to 1,099,000 South Sudanese, offering them solace from the storms of conflict and displacement. Akankwasa Rogers and his dedicated team, stewards of compassion and caretakers of the displaced. Their tireless efforts ensure that the basic needs of the refugees are met, providing not just only shelter, but normalcy amidst upheaval. However, the land upon which Bidi Bidi rests is not solely inhabitable by those seeking sanctuary. It belongs also to members of the host communities who generously share their home with those in need.
As you are aware, land on which we have settled these refugees does not belong to the government. Unlike the settlements in Western Uganda, where land belongs to the government, the land in West Nile, where we have settled the refugees, belongs to the members of the host community, who gave it to us through goodwill. So, we work together with the Yumbe district local government. And in the settlement, we work with partners. And we have different partners. Partners in protection, partners in livelihood, partners in wash, partners in education, partners in food and sector, partners in infrastructure. So these partners work together to see that the persons we serve, the refugees whom we call the persons of concern, get services.
Through partnership and collaboration of the various stakeholders, from education to health professions and aid workers to local leaders, services are delivered efficiently and effectively. It is in this collective endeavor that the true spirit of Bidi Bidi lies.
The market is booming, so really by and large, this has positively impacted on the host community. Only that, when it comes now to environment, with environment, because when talk of firewood, grass for thatching, so this one has a bit affected the environment. But as partners, we make sure we come up with measures. For example, giving these refugees trees to plant, coming up with the energy saving measures. So we come in to mitigate that.
Uganda has earned international acclaim for its unwavering commitment to providing sanctuary and opportunity to those fleeing persecution and conflict. Its belief in inherent dignity and rights of every individual, regardless of their nationality or circumstance. Unlike many nations that view refugees as a burden to be shouldered or threats to be contained, Uganda sees them as valuable contributors to the social, cultural, and economic history of the nation.
Refugees have the rights like those ones of Ugandans, save for they are not supposed to own what? Land, because land ownership is vested in the citizens of what? Uganda. Maybe if they are getting it under leasehold. Secondly, they are not supposed to be involved in the politics of a what? Country, like voting. But these other rights, accessing the courts of law, employment, education, business, engaging in trade and commerce, they are supposed to what? To do so. And that's why, if they engage, for example, in trade and commerce, they have a duty to pay what? Taxes. They also have a duty to abide by the laws and the regulations of what? Of Uganda. So they are not above the law. If a refugee commits a crime, he's treated the same way Ugandan is what? Because they are bound by the laws and the regulations of Uganda.
Oteba Cephas from a local non-government organization called Transformation and Restoration Initiative, a non-government organization that supports community through resource allocation for improved lives. They support education in the refugee camp and strengthen the systems that deliver education.
We are proud to be associated with the refugee operation because we are making a contribution towards improved livelihood, especially education, which is an important component that contributes to capital development of the population. So we are seeing an improvement in access to education, especially for the girl child, and the girl child who has had the babies, because we are having in the community children who have had the children, whom we call teenage mothers. So we are seeing with the intervention through community sensitization, through engagement with the community structures like the refugee welfare councils, the LOCs in the host communities, there's an increased awareness and sensitization for the parents to recognize that these children are given a second chance to access education.
Nora Osende for UCTV News.